Okay, guys and girls, I am in shock. About 2 years ago, I bought or invested in a Revo Inspire 1 scanner, and I've had a lot of fun with that. I scan a lot of different kind of stuff, and I also scan like pregnant women and so on, and it has been quite good. I'm quite satisfied with it. So when the Inspire 2 came out and I saw it had the new laser scanning as well, I was, yeah, can I try? So I saved up and I saved up and I saved up and I sold a couple of computers to gain money to buy the Inspire 2. I have had the Inspire 2 since release now, and sadly I don't have a lot of money because I'm on sick leave, and that also means I do not have the funds to buy a strong computer for the scanner, because the requirements of the Inspire 2 is i9 1200K or i7 1300K, which is as the required / recommended for the Inspire 2. Due to the laser scanning part, the normal part works fine, but the laser scanning part is really pulling the teeth out. So recently, Revo did some updating to RevoScan version 5.8.5, and they did some optimization on the laser scanning, which means I've been kind of capable of doing laser scanning on my old i7 8700K, which is way underspecced the requirements, but it had some frame rate that was dropping between, like, say 12 frames and 40 frames and so on, back and forth, and especially if it lost some tracking, or it said it did not have enough tracking points. I have been writing to Retro because I saw in the newer versions there was some high-speed laser mode for the Metro scanner, but not for the Inspire 2 scanner. So I wrote to them and see, why is this going on? Is it not possible to make high-speed scan mode for the Inspire 2 scanner in laser mode? And my prayers have been heard. Today they released 5.8.6, and they have made high-speed laser scanning available for the Inspire 2. Boy, was I anxious to come home and try this, and damn, this is amazing. I'm used to fluctuating in the last version up and down in the frame rate, and yeah, I just got to show you this. As you see here, when I am in laser scanning mode, I will try to show you. My CPU is way overloaded. The program still takes too much resources, on my opinion, but again, that's how it is right now. 5.8.5 also took 100% when in laser mode, not in normal mode. And this 5.8.6 also takes 100%. However, if I jump to high-speed mode in laser scanning, it's still 100% CPU, but it scans like a maniac. This is insane on an old 8700. You can see my specs here. Let's just put them up. i7 8700 CPU, 8GB 3070 Ti, and I got 32GB of memory on this machine. Let's close that up and let's try and do a scan of the handle of a weapon that is my kid's sort. And you can see the frame rate up in the corner and see what happens with that during the scan. I can also leave the CPU up so you can see that. Let's put it down here and see what happens. I'm not sure what happens when I'm recording at the same time. It might drop some more, but let's try this. I have the scanner here ready, and as you see, I've put laser brightness up a bit, and then I've made a board with some markers on, and I've 3D printed some stuff with markers as well. Let's see if we can track over here, and then I try to scan, and you could check out Intel i7 8700K with laser scan. Check out the frame rate. Let's start. And of course, I'm screen recording right now. So we are at 78 frames per second on a computer that is far below the required or recommended specs. This is crazy. You see, CPU is still at 100, but it is much more smooth in this high-speed mode. And as you see now, sometimes there comes a little bit of lag, but you can't even see it drop on the frame rate. Let's move around let's here as well. One thing that is a bit annoying with the software, if you can still hear me, that is that as I get a bigger area scanned, the program zooms out, so it gets harder and harder, even though I'm on a 32-inch monitor, to view the details. So I have actually requested to Revo if they make it selectable, if it will just pan around or if it will zoom out, because if it pan around, you can keep close to the detail and still see if you have everything going on. Right now, it's zoomed out so much, so I can't pretty much see anything here from the side. I could, of course, have attached my phone again, but then it would need resources again to mirror the screen. And to do that, last I checked, the Revo Metro used a lot of resources and didn't have a good frame rate, where a program like Parsec was much faster for doing the mirroring of the screen. And as you know, when it have enough data, it will turn Turkish in the color. So slowly it is turning more and more Turkish. This is just a fast scan for you to see. Still CPU 100%, but on this old 8700K processor, I have 75 FPS with GPU acceleration. It's set to use GPU acceleration right now, and I have a 3070 Ti installed. Let's just say this is it for a fast test. I'll click pause and let's come back here and we will try complete. Also here today I've requested to Revo because when you have finished your scan, the first or the next point will be to do a fusion. However, in my head, I'm thinking all this outside here is extra calculation time for something that you don't need. So it would be really nice if I went to Fusion now, if I was able to select here to delete us this and then do the Fusion. However, I cannot do that, so it is going to take extra calculation speed. Let's set it on, it said recommend 27, let's do that. Boop. And apply. And we are doing not a fast, we're doing high quality. It's of course going to take a few minutes, but let's see on this old bugger of a machine and see what is going on. Again, this is an old i7 700K, 8700K processor, 32 gigs of memory and a 3070 Ti graphic card. And all in all, the CPU is a lot lower than the specs required or recommended for the scanner as you see it. So Revo Point, thank you for this optimization and for putting in the high-speed laser scan. I know I wrote to you about it, if it were possible to include it. I'm not sure it is my fault you have included it, but if it is, I am very happy. And I will, I think you can see my face already. And it is very, very nice. So let's see what we can get here for a result after a little bit of calculation. Just saying hi to my kids who is arriving. So and of course it take a few minutes here. I'm not sure if I'm going to edit this out, but yeah, still I'm going to tell something about this already. I also did some other scans, but let's try this here. Let's go and delete. That was a bit off, but yeah, what the hell? It's just a test. Let's do this here as well. And of course, it's just a quick test. So let's do some isolation tests. If we had a little bit floating around as well. And let's do some overlay check. Was a little bit as well. So let's go to meshing high, and I'll set it to 1.40 to get some nice quality here. Of course, this is still a fast scan, so let's see what's going on here. We apply, and it says about roughly 2 minutes. And cheers in coffee. And thanks to Revo Point. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And it's done. That was past 2 minutes. Well, let's check this out. Let's check this out, guys. Laser scanning fast speed mode. Quick handheld, just flossing around of my kid's sword handle, and yeah, on an 8700K CPU, way below the specs. This is obscene, guys. So once again, try this, and once again, Revo Point. Keep doing updates like this if possible. Keep listening to your users as you are already, to the suggestions and the optimizations and so on. And thank you for this. This is really cool. All this on the i7 8700K with 85 frames per second in laser mode. Oh yeah. that's it for now. I hope you other out there have some chance to try this out and show some of your results on this.